KENS 5 Eyewitness News this morning starts now.
Good morning on this Thursday, March 24th. I'm Sarah Fergani.
And I'm Barry Davis. Thanks for starting your day with us. Got some much needed rain overnight. Unfortunately, along with it, a lot of lightning and thunder and storms.
It's drying out right now, though, which is a good thing if you're getting ready to go out the door and go to work. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we picked up officially at the airport about 4/10 of an inch of rain, and some locations picking up a little bit more than that. Right now, the thunderstorms are weakening with intensity. Matter of fact, I don't even think we've got much lightning or thunder out there right now. Wilson County, we've got some rain, some scatter rain, maybe a few rumbles there. Also, northern portions of Lavaca County, temperatures are in the 50s. And for the rest of the morning, our eastern counties, you'll see some scattered showers, maybe even some thunderstorms, but mainly just some rain as that moves off to the east. Temperatures in the hill country in the 50s. Down to the south, temperatures are in the 60s this morning. Temperatures up north, boy, look at Abilene, 45, San Angelo's in the mid-40s, 30s in the Panhandle. And I think tomorrow morning we'll be down into the 40s at about 45 tomorrow morning. The rest of today, rain moves eastbound, the sun comes out. It's going to be a beautiful day. High temperatures will be in the lower 70s, around 72 up in the hill country, in the 60s for a high. So you're going to like this afternoon. It's going to be very nice, mostly sunny, and 72. All right, let's see what we're doing on the roadways. Is it picking up, Stacia?
It is picking up, and we still have that accident scene that we're monitoring. The access road along 410 southbound is closed at Presa. This is on the southeast side. But looking at the rest of your roadways, everything else is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at TransGuide. We can show you those roadways. It is picking up over here at I-35 at Splashtown, moving along so much quicker than it was this time yesterday in this area. And then also checking over here at I-37 at 410, looking good there too. Guys, back to you.
All right, Stacia, thank you. Well, the overnight storms knocked out power around the city. Around 3 this morning, CPS reported more than 5,100 customers were without power. That number is down to 740 customers. It is 6:01 now. A group of masked men with guns terrorized 2 women in 2 separate apartments. Marvin Hurst following that story for us. He's live on the scene right now with new information. Marvin?
Hey, Sarah, yeah, police are still investigating the double home invasion that happened over there at those 2 apartments over there. They've cleared out the scene. The victims, of course, are safe and sound in this case, but boy, what a night that they had to go through. Investigators say the men knocked down the door to an apartment here in the 3800 block of Parkdale just before 4 a.m. this morning. They came looking for a specific woman, but the lady who lives in the apartment where they broke in was not her. That did not stop them from forcing the victim onto the floor at gunpoint and stealing her cell phone and other personal items. Then the thieves battered down the door to the neighboring apartment, reportedly at the home of the intended target. They forced that woman into the floor while she was robbed of a flat screen TV and the other items. The men got away in a vehicle of which police do not have a description of at this particular point. Police say neither woman was hurt. Investigators are talking to the women, trying to figure out who these armed robbers could be. So one victim in this case was a case of mistaken identity. The other, was the intended target. Both women live alone. Both are victims of a group of dangerous men who will face charges of aggravated robbery as soon as police catch up to them. Live on the city's northwest side, Marvin Hurst, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Marvin. A woman admits she shot and killed her boyfriend overnight, but she says she didn't mean to. It happened just before 1 this morning on West Ansley. Police found the 37-year-old man dead inside the home. Also inside, a 42-year-old woman who told police the shooting was an accident. That woman is still being questioned this morning.
A body matching the description of a missing spring breaker from San Antonio has been found in Mexico. Authorities near Matamoros, Mexico, found the body yesterday afternoon on a beach. It's about 20 miles south of South Padre Island, where Justin Walker disappeared early Saturday morning. Authorities say the person was wearing clothing that matches what Walker was wearing at the time. Now, we do have a crew in South Padre, and we're going to bring you more information as soon as we learn more.
A possible second suspect being eyed in the deadly terror attacks in Brussels this week. He's believed to be involved with the subway bombing. Meanwhile, a manhunt continues for that one suspect that got away from the airport. Kenneth Craig has the latest.
As the hunt for the mystery man in the white jacket continues, Belgian prosecutors are learning more about the suspected ISIS terrorists connected to Tuesday's terror attacks in Brussels. Authorities believe the terror cell's bomb maker Najim Lashrawi, pictured here on the left, and Ibrahim El-Bakraoui in the middle, both blew themselves up at the airport, while Ibrahim's younger brother Khalid detonated his explosives on the subway train. Officials say they also found DNA belonging to at least one of the suspects in Belgium on a suicide vest used in the Paris attacks last November.
Tuesday's attack here in Brussels and the events in Paris are renewing concerns about fighting ISIS in Europe.
It's much easier to get into Europe than to get into the United States, for example, because of geography. Most European Muslims are not radicalized. The vast majority are not. But they do have a higher radicalization rate.
Speaking from Argentina, President Obama once again urged the international community to come together in the terror fight.
We can and we will defeat those who threaten the safety and security not only of our own people, but of people all around the world.
According to the Associated Press, ISIS has trained at least 400 fighters to carry out waves of attacks in Europe designed to inflict maximum carnage. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Brussels.
European Union officials, I should say, are holding an emergency meeting today to talk about a possible response to the Brussels attacks.
48 more bikers are hit with indictments in the Twin Peaks shootout. It's from the same grand jury that indicted another 106 bikers a few months ago. They were charged with engaging in organized criminal activity with the underlying offense of aggravated assault and murder. This is all the result of a shootout between rival biker groups. It happened last spring in Waco and killed 9 bikers and injured dozens more.
6:05, 57 degrees right now. While we were dealing with rain and high winds, parts of North Texas saw lots of hail. We'll take a look at the mess.
Spurs get a big win last night over the Miami Heat, but Kawhi leaves the ball game. An update coming up.
Good morning. We're from Salado Intermediate School. Here's what we're having for lunch today. Asian chicken, stir-fried rice, hamburger, corn and peas, fresh bean salad, potato tots, blush applesauce. That's it. Have a great day. At Salado, we expect the best and nothing less. Bye.
Today at 9, take a crack at your most creative Easter yet. We'll show you how. Plus, we're filling the bag on goodies, how you can build a better basket. I hope you'll join us today at 9 on Great Day SA.
Download the #1 local news app that's keeping you informed. KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
The tournament is on at Universal Toyota, and our bracket is filled with savings. It's the March Out Madness sales event, and we've got a huge roster of over 1,000 Toyotas, all discounted thousands. Score huge savings on home team vehicles like Tundra, now $11,000 off MSRP. Or get a new Camry for only $153 a month. Plus, Corollas are a super low $99 a month. For Markdown Madness discounts, make a fast break and get to Universal Toyota today. Home of the real deal. I-35 North, just inside Loop 1604.
Real people, steel people. From heroes to homeowners, they choose steel for power, service, and value. Right now, dependable steel grass trimmers start at just $129.99, and hard-working steel blowers start at just $139.99. To find a steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com or search STIHL. Real people, steel people. Join us.
Cold frontal boundaries pushing through the state. Cooler air will be working in, so not as warm today. We'll have clearing skies later this morning and high at 70. Eyewitness News back in 60 seconds.
KENS 5 congratulates Herbert Cobb Jr., our 31st Mi Casa Makeover winner. The Cobb home is ensured to be as energy efficient as possible with guidance from CPS Energy, electrical services and repair from Top Notch Electric, foundation repair from Due West Foundation Repair, and new flooring and tile work from Atlas Floors Carpet One. Watch Great Day SA to see the amazing results of this KENS 5 Mi Casa Makeover coming soon. Also brought to you by these proud sponsors.
Chevy truck lovers, it's your month at Freedom Chevrolet. It's Truck Month, and hundreds of new Silverados and Colorados must go. The time is now to save thousands off the MSRP on the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Right now, get a new 2016 Silverado 1500 with $12,000 in savings. Hurry in. Truck Month won't last long. Find new roads. Find freedom at I-10 West at UTSA Boulevard. FreedomChevy.com.
This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry.
Waking up with some Nickelback this morning, listening to How You Remind Me. Thanks so much for sending us your traffic jams. You can continue to do so on Twitter with hashtag traffic jams. If you send it to us, it may take us a couple days to get on there, but we definitely want to play those for you. And looking outside, starting to check your travel times because traffic is starting to pick up as people wake up and head out the door for their morning commute. Taking a look at I-35 along 1604 to downtown, we made our 15-minute mark. Also, want to let you know that accident is still an active scene at Blanco Road at Wurzbach Parkway over here on the northwest side. And then just looking at TransGuide, you can see the roadways are still a little bit damp over there at I-10 at Frio. Also watching over here, taking a look at I-35 at Walsham, and it is starting to pick up a little there too. So Paul mentioned the roads are going to dry out, or should actually be in the process of drying out, right?
Oh yeah, I think they're definitely in the process of drying out, especially by the heart of rush hour. Should be pretty dry. All right, we've got some rain over to the east, and the rest of the morning, eastern counties, you'll see some rumbles of thunder. You'll hear some rumbles of thunder, see maybe a few lightning strikes, but for the most part, just rain. It's all moving off to the east pretty rapidly. Temperature right now, 57. Up around Kerrville, it's 54. Rock Springs, 52. Down to the south, temperatures are in the 60s. So thunderstorms, they were really rambunctious earlier this morning, but have settled down. Matter of fact, most of this in Wilson County and also Karnes County, really no lightning strikes whatsoever with those. So here's what you can expect for the rest of the day. Del Rio, 76 with sunshine later on. Eagle Pass, 77 with sunshine, mostly sunny in the hill country, high temperatures in the upper 60s. I think here in Bexar County, lower 70s, and our southeastern counties also lower 70s. So out at the bus stop this morning, you'll probably want a light jacket. Otherwise, it's going to be a beautiful day, high 72 with lots of sun.
All right, Paul, thank you. 6:11 now. Presidential candidate Ted Cruz under fire from his rivals after his controversial proposal surrounding Muslims.
Today at 9, take a crack at your most creative Easter yet. We'll show you how. Plus, we're filling the bag on goodies, how you can build a better basket. I hope you'll join us today at 9 on Great Day SA.
Download the #1 local news app that's keeping you informed. KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
The Nissan Now sale is on. Right here, right now at Nissan of Bernie. 2015 Altimas just $16,999. 2015 Pathfinders just $23,999. 12 minutes west of Loop 1604. Nissan of Bernie.
Good day, milady. I am Sir Canalot, here to save you from another breakfast bore. Wake up those eggs with glorious Spam! See what Spam can do at Spam.com.
Trust me, our country needs a smart deal. And I gotta say, this is fantastic.
It's Northside Ford's Truck Month. Drive a new F-150. Now $15,000 off MSRP. San Antonio's big volume Ford store saves you thousands on a new F-250 Super Duty. Now $27,995.
It's fantastic. And by the way, high prices, you're fired.
Head straight to Northside Ford, where we'll beat any Ford deal in Texas, or we'll give you $1,000. We'll beat it.
Thunderstorms are weakening and moving off towards the east, clearing skies later, high at 70. Eyewitness News is back in 60 seconds.
SACU and KENS 5 present the Excel Awards, honoring local public school teachers for the difference they're making in the classroom and beyond. This week's honors go to Brock Chase, avid teacher at Legacy Middle School. Mr. Chase takes students on the avid career and college quest. This year, they visited 6 different universities and explored 11 careers and businesses. Congratulations, Brock Chase, East Central ISD's Excel Award winner. The Excel Awards, brought to you by SACU and KENS 5.
In a world where
Average is often good enough. Only Ancira Kia rises above the rest.
And when you buy from Ancira, you'll get 4 passes to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Now buy the Optima just $17,495, a Rio only $10,995, or a Soul for $13,495. We're Ancira Kia, just outside Loop 410 on Bandera Road.
Hey, Mr. Superhero, the kids want to ride more rides.
It's fun time.
Boy, looking at this really makes you glad you live in South Texas, doesn't it? Check out how much snow fell in Denver yesterday. The airport there was closed almost all day, but did reopen for a few flights last night. Airport officials in Denver say it's still too early to tell what operations will look like later this morning.
And if the storms woke you up last night, apparently we weren't the only ones seeing storms. North Texas residents also dealt with monster hail yesterday. Pictures and videos were posted all over Twitter late last night. In some areas, the hail was so big it actually broke windows.
On the campaign trail, a controversial statement dominating the discussions after the Brussels attacks. Yesterday, Ted Cruz was pressed about his plan to have police monitor Muslim neighborhoods in the U.S.
We should empower law enforcement.
But you're painting one community with one brush. That's the problem.
No, I'm not. There's a difference between Islam and Islamism.
His proposal getting mixed reactions. Donald Trump said he could support targeted surveillance, but rival John Kasich rejected the idea. Democrats Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton have also criticized the plan. All the candidates are now looking ahead to the next big vote. That's in Wisconsin, April 5th. This weekend, Democrats hold caucuses in Hawaii, Alaska, and Washington.
The Supreme Court appears to be deeply divided over an Obamacare mandate providing free birth control. Religious groups gathered outside the Supreme Court yesterday saying the provision clashes with their religious rights. Right now, the groups are not required to pay for contraceptives, but they have to notify the government, which will then provide them instead.
The government is requiring us to make changes in our religious health care plan to include services that really violate our deepest held religious beliefs.
The conservative justices sounded supportive of the religious groups, while the liberals seem likely to vote to keep the provision. A 4-4 tie would mean different rules would apply in different parts of the country.
Pope Francis begins the Easter celebration with Mass in St. Peter's Basilica. The Holy Father blessed the sacred oils, which will be used during the Easter Vigil. Later today, he'll wash the feet of 11 migrants at a center for asylum seekers in Rome.
Debris that washed up in Mozambique a few weeks ago most likely came from missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Australian and Malaysian officials made the announcement yesterday after concluding the dimensions, material, and construction of the parts conform to those of the Boeing 777. The flight disappeared 2 years ago with 239 people on board.
New Zealanders have voted to keep their current flag. They had a choice of keeping the British Union Jack on their flag in the left-hand corner there or replace it with a silver fern. 2 million people voted in a nationwide ballot. 57% voted to keep the current New Zealand flag, which has been the national symbol since 1902.
Man in Tree is now back on the ground. The guy spent more than 24 hours on top of this 80-foot tree in downtown Seattle. He climbed down just before noon yesterday. He was given something to eat before crews took him away on a gurney. He will not face charges. Authorities say he has a history of mental illness. He became a social media sensation when people shared photos and video of him with the hashtag #ManInTree. Well, glad he's back down safely and that nobody else was hurt, because also it was a nightmare for traffic people under, and he was throwing things at police officers as well.
Well, I can't imagine setting up a tree, regardless, 80 feet off the ground for 24 hours.
Yeah, climbing up and
How
down
do you
that
sleep?
tree. Right.
Wait.
Sleep in the tree.
Probably didn't.
Let's not talk about sleep right now. We're always sleep deprived.
Well, if you are just waking up from your sleep, traffic's
In a
looking
tree.
good. Yeah, in a tree. Hopefully not in a tree. Traffic's looking just fine. So I want to go ahead and keep checking those travel times for you. Looking at I-10 eastbound all the way from 1604 to downtown. We're making our 12-minute mark. And then also there's an accident over here along Benzingelman Road at I-35. But looking at our camera shot from Benzingelman and I-35, you can see traffic's moving along in that area just fine. So it doesn't seem to be affecting things too much. A little bit of a slowdown there on the exit lane. I-10 at Cincinnati, no issues there. So we're going to keep watching things for you. And Paul, just in the last hour, it kind of looks like those roads have really dried out.
Yeah. We haven't seen any rain in about an hour or so, and with the wind, a little bit of a breeze out there, we're seeing those roadways drying out. Temperature right now, 57 degrees. Winds out of the north at about 10 miles per hour. Cold frontal boundary is pushed through. Still have some showers left over. Not really any lightning strikes, but definitely some showers from around Gonzales back into Wilson County, Karnes County. Could see a few more rumbles of thunder for our southeastern counties, but I think the thunderstorms are pretty much out of here. So we got some light rain from Austin back down to Karnes City, and again, our southeastern counties, you'll see some showers. Northern portions of the area, temperatures in the 50s this morning, 54 at Kerrville. We've got 57 at the airport. Down to the south, temperature still in the 60s down there. All right, let's widen the view a little bit more. I want to show you what's going on. You can see all the rainfall. If you happen to be going to East Texas or Louisiana, lots of thunderstorms there, just torrential rain from Beaumont to around Lake Charles, and then you can see all the rainfall now spreading up into Mississippi and Tennessee. All right, this area of low pressure, when it was over Kansas yesterday, located about here, interesting weather in Kansas. They had big wildfires. Eastern part of the state, temperatures were around 80. Western part of the state, blizzard. Look at Denver this morning, 17 degrees, so cold air filtering in behind that area of low pressure. And I think tomorrow morning, we'll be in the 40s tomorrow morning. All right, looking at the lightning strikes, only a very few. And look over the last hour or so, the lightning strikes have dwindled from 104 to just 10. So thunderstorms are definitely waning out there. The upper level system, far to the north, did have, it was close enough, or there was enough punch in the atmosphere that we had some thunderstorms overnight, but not a lot of severe reports. We had a report of some hail out around Del Rio, wind report in Blanco, a little bit of some hail in Helotes earlier this morning, but that was about it. So for the rest of the day, we're going to see the clouds moving out of the way. It's going to be a beautiful day. You're going to like it. High temperatures will be in the lower 70s. Just a real nice day. Hill country, highs in the 60s. Tomorrow morning, we'll be down into the mid-40s. Wouldn't be surprised to see some upper 30s in the hill country tomorrow, but temperatures will warm up. It's going to be a beautiful day for your Friday. And then Saturday morning and into the weekend, we'll likely have some clouds in the morning, but some sunshine in the afternoon. I think Saturday and Sunday not looking too bad. Aquifer, 665.3. Oak is out of control, 10,000 grains per cubic meter. Mulberry is light, and also hackberry. So for today, 72, sunshine, a little breezy. Tomorrow morning, cold in the morning, first thing. Otherwise, a beautiful day Friday, 73. Clouds Saturday morning, partly cloudy skies, high 78. Easter Sunday, clouds in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon, breezy day, high 76. Cold frontal boundary pushes through. At this point, I'm going to leave rain out of the forecast for Sunday, but behind the front, another cold morning, Monday morning, with lows in the upper 40s, and then a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday.
Nice job, Paul. Good-looking forecast for Easter weekend.
Not too bad.
Thank you. All right, everything's bigger in Texas, as you know. Chelsea Hernandez has the details on the indoor playhouse that's now blowing up on social media.
Good morning. A father in Lubbock, Texas is now being dubbed Super Dad after he created an indoor playhouse. Take a look. Now, this isn't your average playhouse either. It comes equipped with a rope bridge and even a slide. Super Dad David Howard says he ignited his inner child to come up with the idea, which first started with a zip line instead of the rope bridge. Today, Howard is pleased with his choice simply because the zip line may have caused a few safety issues. Living in Texas, we all know how hot our summers can be, which is what inspired the Super Dad to build the playhouse indoors in the family sunroom. This way, his two small children can still get the sunlight, but without the Texas heat. Best part about this project, Howard says it only cost him about $500 and took about 18 months to build. Guys, back to you.
Baseball player turned broadcaster Joe Garagiola being remembered as one of the biggest personalities this game has ever seen. That tribute came from the president of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the team for which Garagiola served as a part-time TV analyst until he retired in 2013. Garagiola died Wednesday at 90.
The Sweet 16 kicks off tonight. The Texas A&M Aggies will take on the Oklahoma Sooners. Aggie players and fans just couldn't contain their excitement after their big win against Northern Iowa. The game went into not one overtime, but two. The Aggies are the only Texas team to make it to the Sweet 16.
Now the Spurs are 36-0 at home after beating the Heat last night, but an injury forced one player to leave the game early. Joe Reinagle has details.
Spurs back home last night after a tough night in Charlotte on Monday. Of course, they're looking to rebound, but they would have to do it against a pretty good Miami Heat team. Fellas sporting the camos for Military Appreciation Night last night. Spurs would get off to a great start. Great ball movement. Ends up with Kawhi Leonard, and he knocks down the three. Spurs would take an early 5-point lead. But the Heat, they would hang tough. Hassan Whiteside, look at him battle down low against David West. West could do nothing. Whiteside gets the hook to fall. Spurs up 22-21. But a good ending to the first quarter. Patty Mills, watch him just go down under. Gets the layup to fall. The Spurs would lead by 5 after 1. Second quarter belonged to Kawhi Leonard. Timmy doing his best Magic Johnson. Out to Kawhi. Kawhi drives, still gets the bucket in traffic. Spurs would lead by 10. Then watch this. Danny Green on the move. Going to try to drive to the bucket. Can't hit it, but Kawhi is there for the board and the putback. Leonard would finish with a career-high 24 points in the first half. Spurs by 9 at the break. More Kawhi in the third. It was a nice ball movement. Timmy to Aldridge to Kawhi. He gets the bucket in 1. Spurs by a dozen. Then it's Timmy with a pass inside to Kawhi. He gets it to go somehow, some way. Take a look at this again. He barely hangs on to the ball. Look at him. And gets it to go anyway. He would tie a career high with 32 points, but he would have to come out of the ball game, head to the locker room. He would not return. The Spurs say it's a right quad contusion. Boban Marjanovic, though, came into the ball game, scored 19 points. Spurs win 112-88.
They played very well tonight. Great team defense tonight. Good concentration. Ball moved well. Did a good job.
Boban had 19 points in 13 minutes. What were your impressions of his play?
He's one of the most selfish players I've ever been around. Shot it every time he touched it. It's incredible. I think he should apologize to his team tomorrow for being so greedy. He just wanted to get his name in the paper.
Or perhaps on TV. Right now, the good news is Kawhi Leonard suffers that contusion. It's just a deep bruise, but I'd be shocked if he doesn't miss at least a couple of ball games. We will keep you posted.
CBSN, the new live digital news network from CBS News. Watch it now on any device. Go to cbsnews.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how car buying should be. Your way. iPack Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has turned the car buying process upside down. We're not here to sell you a car. We're here to help you buy one and do it your way. Tell us where you want to start. Skip the test drive. Even get your trade value up front. Plus, during Ram Truck Month, save $12,500 in total values on new 2016 Ram 1500 Lone Star Crew Cabs. No matter what vehicle you want. Remember, iPack Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has it, and we sell it for less.
We have a proven history of success.
Absolutely. We built a law firm that you can trust. My name is Javier Villarreal.
I'm Alex Begum, and we're personal injury attorneys serving the good people of Texas.
When you lose a family member in an accident, that is the hardest part of our job. Our hearts go out to each and every one of our clients.
You need an attorney that you can trust. You deserve justice. You deserve compensation.
We're Villarreal and Begum.
We fight for you.
Villarreal and Begum. Call 777-HURT and don't settle for less.
Lease a 2016 Lincoln MKX for $379 or get 0.9% APR for 60 months only at your Lincoln dealer.
designer when we see it.
Like the designer smile. It's bolder, brighter, and our blogs are buzzing about it. It's the new must-have look.
The Designer Smile by Colgate. New Optic White High-Impact White Toothpaste with a professionally recommended whitening ingredient for 4 shades visibly whiter teeth.
And a buzzworthy smile. Get your designer smile from new Colgate Optic White High-Impact White.
Save big during the March Mayhem BOGO sale going on now at CW Floors and Lighting. RedMcCombsToyota.com. Over 1,500 vehicles to choose from. KENS 5 Eyewitness News this morning starts now.
6:29. Grab the kids' umbrellas. You push them out the door on this Thursday, March 24th. I'm Barry Davis.
And I'm Sarah Fergani. Actually, I think it's finally drying out outside, Paul. Are we going to see any more rain?
You know, I think we're pretty much over here in Bexar County. Showers have pushed well off to the east now. We've got just a few showers left over from Gonzales County back into Karnes County, and this is all moving eastbound. We've lost the lightning strikes. We're definitely seeing everything kind of going downhill as far as rainfall is concerned. And here in the next hour and a half, will be completely out of the area, I think. So Bexar County westward drying out. Temperatures in the 50s. You'll need a light jacket this morning. Down to the south, temperatures in the 60s, and maybe a few rumbles of thunder left over for our southeastern counties, but thunderstorms definitely waning in intensity. Matter of fact, I don't see hardly any lightning strikes except for a few lightning strikes around Smiley, Nixon, Gonzales County, but that is moving rapidly over the east. Those thunderstorms are moving at about 40 miles an hour. All right, so temperatures will be in the 50s this morning, but you're going to love this afternoon. Really nice. It'll be breezy, but temperatures will be in the lower 70s for a high. Very nice out there this afternoon with lots of sunshine. Matter of fact, I think by 9 o'clock this morning, we'll be looking at lots of sunshine. All right, let's see what the roadways are like. What's going on, Stacia?
That's fantastic. Love the sunshine. And your roadways are looking good. Want to keep checking those travel times for you. If you're headed on I-35 northbound from the south side, once you hit 410, you're looking at about 10 minutes. Now, we still have this accident scene where the access road of 410 southbound is closed at Presa, and you can see a little bit of slowdown around here, 281 southbound on the south side, that area of red you're seeing there. And then just looking outside at your roadways, everything else is looking good. It's drying up out there. 410 at Cherry Ridge moving right along. Also, Walsham starting to back up a little as it typically does around this time of the morning, and we're going to keep watching that for you. Guys, back to you.
A woman is in police custody this morning after shooting her boyfriend. Police say she claimed it was an accident, but they're handling it as a crime scene. Jenny Suniga joins us live now from the scene. Jenny, and she said it was an accident, but any details how it happened?
Good morning. Yeah, police are still trying to sort out exactly what happened here. They're actually wrapping up their scene right now, but as of now, they still don't know if this was really an accident. Now, let me tell you what we do know. The shooting happened just before 1 last night here at the 100 block of Ansley Boulevard near Morrison and Pleasanton Road on the city's south side. Police say when they arrived, they found a 47-year-old man shot dead in his bedroom. The 42-year-old girlfriend ran out claiming it was an accident. Well, she was quickly taken in for questioning. No other details surrounding the shooting were given. Police did get a search warrant and started collecting evidence. I'm told they did recover the gun believed to be used in the shooting. No one else was inside the home at the time of the shooting. Now, police tell me they did answer a call for an assault last September here, but they don't know if it was related to the people here this morning because these are renters, so it's not clear if it was for them. As for that woman, whether she'll be charged remains to be seen. It all depends on the outcome of this investigation. That's the very latest. Reporting live on the city's south side, Jenny Suniga, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Well, this morning, new developments of a possible new suspect involved in the Brussels terror attacks. Belgian and French media are now reporting a fifth person may have taken part in this. He was reportedly caught walking alongside the suicide bomber carrying a large bag. Meanwhile, the manhunt in Europe continues for another suspect. The unidentified man is shown in airport surveillance video, and he remains at large. At least one of the men was named a suspect in the Paris terror attacks last year.
A Florida couple is headed to Brussels this morning to search for their son and daughter-in-law who've been missing since Tuesday's attacks.
Justin's been wanting me to come to Brussels and see him, but this is not the way. But I wanted to go see him.
Justin and Stephanie Schultz have been living in Brussels the past couple of years, working as accountants. They were dropping off her mother at the airport when the explosions happened. Now, the mother wasn't hurt, but the couple is nowhere to be found.
The North Texas woman accused of killing her two daughters says she is not guilty. Sofia Sigankova had her first court appearance yesterday. Police say she killed her daughters, ages 1 and 5, last week. Investigators say she visited a mental facility the day before the girls were killed. She may have taken a large dose of prescription medication on the day of the murders. A judge set her bail at $2 million.
There is an urgent need for foster families in San Antonio. A critical shortage is forcing some kids to sleep inside CPS offices. New rules issued by a federal judge may be part of the increase. Foster homes can now have a maximum of only 6 children. Relatives have to pass background checks before children can stay with them. And according to the Children's Shelter, last year they couldn't place 2,700 children in Bexar County because there weren't enough homes.
Hundreds of families on the Northwest Side will have some school changes, and not everyone is welcoming that idea that their kids will have to attend another school. Marianne Martinez reports more than 1,000 students will be affected by this.
Behind barbed wire, a new high school is taking shape. It's massive. 3 stories of classrooms and a parking garage will welcome students in the fall of 2017. Northside Independent School District says Harlan High School is being built to relieve overcrowding at high schools in the booming northwest side of town. Wow. This Taft student says her school's halls and cafeteria are at capacity.
Like, the lines are super long. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get your lunch, and then you have 15 minutes left to eat.
1,600 students will fill the halls of Harlan, 860 of them from nearby Taft High School. Another 40 students will come from Brennan High in Alamo Ranch. 200 more will be plucked from O'Connor High School in Helotes.
Obviously, people will lose friends. I'll be better for the school.
The school district says students who are seniors this fall will not be moved from their current schools. On May 7th, the school district is inviting parents to meet with them as they finalize plans on which students will be attending Harlan High School.
I don't know if they're going to tell us, if they're going to give us an option to choose whether she gets to go or not. But that would be my thing, to hopefully get to choose.
Marianne Martinez, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Northside ISD tells us if they don't make those changes, eventually O'Connor, Taft, and Brennan will have student populations of over 3,000 each. For information on that meeting for parents, go to our website, kens5.com.
Oil prices once again send stocks sliding, and one airline company has employees seeing green. Some bonuses are headed their way. Jill Wagner joins us live from New York this morning with the latest on all of that. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Barry. So far, global stock markets seem to be holding steady after Tuesday's terror attacks in Brussels. Stocks fell yesterday. It was mostly, though, because oil prices are falling. The Dow dropped 79 points. The Nasdaq fell 52. Volkswagen is reportedly asking for an extension for a judge's deadline. He wants an update on where the automaker stands on fixing nearly 600,000 vehicles rigged with software to cheat on emissions tests. And American Airlines is making record profits, so company execs now say they're going to spread the wealth. American will share 5% of its pre-tax earnings from 2016 with workers, excluding top management. United, Delta, and Southwest already have that kind of profit-sharing plan. Barry.
Just some of those folks are going to need a little extra money if they're going on vacation this year, maybe going to Orlando to like Universal Studios. I hear prices are going up.
Yeah, Harry Potter is working his magic on Universal Studios. The Hollywood location is implementing so-called surge pricing for its new Wizarding World of Harry Potter experience. It opens next month. Tickets will cost about $20 more on busy days. Barry.
How do they determine a busy day? I guess they got a number they set, and if you go over it, you got to pay more?
Pretty much any of the days we'd ever want to go is what I'm thinking.
Well, every day I've been, it's been busy. Thanks, Jill.
Gotta tell you, that's one awesome park. Love that place. Well, the public can begin camping out at city parks tonight ahead of the Easter weekend. The park department will lift curfews on 10 different city parks tonight at 11. Woodlawn Park is one where hundreds are expected to celebrate this weekend. And after all the partying is done, the city hopes that volunteers will show up bright and early Monday morning to help clean up. For more information on which parks will be open and how to volunteer, go to kents5.com. Now for information on your traffic, we're going to go to Stacia.
Thank you, Sarah. Looking at your roadways, things are looking great on this Thursday morning. And looking at 281, we're watching that travel time for you all the way from Bulverde to downtown, about 20 minutes. So we are hitting those marks. And that is good news. And then just looking outside at 281, we can show you it's moving along just fine, 281 in Grayson. And I'm showing you I-35 at Walsham again because it really is backing up. This is probably the busiest area that I'm seeing on our cameras. So we're going to continue to check the travel time on I-35 the next time we check in with you. In the meantime, Paul's got your forecast. Hey, Paul.
You know, Station, the more and more we look at these the trans guides, the roadways look like they're drying out more and more, which is good news, just in time for rush hour. Rain is pushed off to the east. I'm not expecting any more here in Bexar County, so it's going to be a dry commute down to the south and east. Karnes City picking up some shower activity. We've got a lone thunderstorm. We'll take a look at the lightning strikes here in just a minute. This is southern Gonzales County, but all the other thunderstorms are moving pretty much out of the viewing area. Temperatures are in the 50s. So you'll want a light jacket out there this morning. All right, so again, no rain here in Bexar County, but we've got one lone thunderstorm, lightning strike starting to pick up again in southern Gonzales County that will continue to move off towards the east at a pretty good clip at about 45 miles an hour. Temperatures are in the 50s here, but look at Abilene and San Angelo in the 40s, and I think tomorrow morning will be in the 40s. So it's pretty chilly for a Friday morning. Today, high temperature about 76 degrees out at Del Rio, 77 for Eagle Pass. Lots of sunshine, hill country, upper 60s, mostly sunny, a little breezy. In our southeastern counties, highs in the low 70s, breezy, and partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. So this morning, you'll want a light jacket. Later on, beautiful day. We'll take a closer look at the Easter weekend coming up.
Thank you, Paul. 2 homes damaged by a tornado a couple of weeks ago are now gone. The thing is, it was the demolition mix-up, and now the owners have nothing.
And it flipped from burgers and fries to a pizza palace. We're headed to Willie B's for Neighborhood Eats this morning.
Military City, USA. That's who we are. And that means a lot to me, having been a service member on active duty in the Marine Corps during a time of war. I know what it means to have that commitment to serve the nation, to serve your community. San Antonio really embodies that, and I see it every day. I witness that spirit of service and sacrifice and giving of oneself that you won't find in any other city.
During Truck Month at Blue Bonnet Ford in New Braunfels, get this 2015 F-150 Super Crew XLT posted at $13,000 off. Then get these Blue Bonnet benefits: no charge car washes, premium maintenance, and a bed liner.
I'm Jeff Davis. I was called by a client when his father-in-law was killed in a terrible accident. We fought and settled for $5.925 million so his family would have security. If you are injured in an accident, call me at 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, 4.
We know you love data. Now you can love more of it. Boost Mobile gives you tons of data at crazy low prices. And because we know you always want more, only Boost grows your data free after 3 on-time payments just for being a customer. Plus, Boost always has your back. We're not like other carriers who shut you off if you get busy and forget to make a payment. Don't put up with that. Stay connected and get extra days to pay with Boost. What are you waiting for? Switch to Boost today to get growing data, extra days to pay, and for a limited time, get a free 4G LTE phone.
Forget big city prices. Shop huge truck month savings at Jim Thompson's Castroville Chevrolet. New 2016 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab All-Star. Now just $33,777. The all-new 2016 Malibu is only $179 a month. Plus, get a round of golf for 4 at the All-Station Resort and Golf Club with every purchase. Only at Jim Thompson's Castroville Chevrolet. Official sponsors of the San Antonio Spurs. Shop cbchevy.com or drive a little and save a lot. 10 minutes west of Loop 410.
Imagine going home and when you get there, it is gone. I mean, all of it, your entire home just vanished. It happened to a couple of owners of a duplex in North Texas when it was mistakenly torn down by a demolition company. Lindsay Diaz and Alan Cutter were waiting on insurance and help from FEMA to decide on repairs to their duplex in Rowlett when Diaz received a frantic call from Cutter's wife Tuesday afternoon saying the duplex was gone. The demolition company was supposed to tear down a home that was 1 block away. The company says the situation is under investigation and they did not want to comment.
A Houston man says he got the shock of his life while charging his iPhone.
My iPhone in right here, just like I always do. Smoke was pouring, this white smoke just everywhere.
Taylor Allen of Houston says he had his phone plugged in while downloading the latest update when it caught fire. He grabbed the phone with a pot holder, threw it onto the back patio, and he has a replacement now. Apple says it's trying to figure out why the phone caught fire.
All right, 6:44 now. We're getting pasta and pizza on Neighborhood Eats this morning.
Yeah, Beaumont family opened the downtown location in San Antonio in 2013, serving food 6 days a week starting at 7 a.m.
Marvin Hurst now has more on this.
Good morning. Where can you get a pizza the size of a clock as well as stuffed pancakes and a breakfast pizza? Willie B's. Find a park and walk right into Willie B's Pizza. It's been open right across the street from the old Bexar County Courthouse at 136 East Main for 3 years.
We're here as a family and we look to serve as a family.
Vanessa, husband Jerry, as well as her brother Ron Jr. co-own the place with their parents Ron and Teresa Pisana.
We love to, serve a fresh, safe product, good product.
The business's name comes from her children, literally.
This is Willie B himself.
Please meet William, a.k.a. Willie. The B's in Willie B's represents his 2 younger brothers. He's kind of pumped about the branding.
I want it. And then she gave it to me, and I'm like, I'm so excited.
Neighborhood Eats wanted to know how we could seize such a business opportunity.
Maybe you could, you still have a mom?
Yeah, I still have a mom.
Okay, maybe you can ask your mom to name a business out of you, named after you.
That might work.
Might.
High five. Willie B serves pizza, pasta, and everything else you can imagine, and it even opens up at 7 a.m. to sell breakfast tacos. So what do the customers think?
They say that it is pretty good food.
We tried the special of the day, creamy chicken spaghetti.
This is good. No, que rico.
Next up, their popular Italian hero sandwich.
Don't you ever know that you're my hero?
Finally, I needed to investigate their mega meat pizza.
No, I need a little more investigation. Maybe one more.
Thank you so much for recommending Willie B's to us. We have really enjoyed ourselves. If you have a recommendation, all you have to do is send me an email or tweet me, even put it on our Facebook page. Don't forget to hashtag me at TENS5East. Now, back to you hungry people in the studio.
I'm not sure if we should feed Marvin anymore. When you get to a point that you're actually singing to your own food, I don't know.
I don't know. That mega meat pizza might make me sing.
Yeah, it looked
well,
good.
that looked good, didn't it?
It's like what Marvin can eat.
I've eaten there before. It's really good food.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
All right, so this morning has just flown by. It's already time for
Hard
our
to believe.
final. I know, it went right by. Final traffic jam right now.
Cause when the heart breaks, no, it don't break even. No. What am I supposed to do when the best part of me was always you?
That's Break Even by The Script. Hearts don't break even. Tuesday. But I tell you what's nice and even this morning is your roadways, as far as traffic is concerned, moving right along. You shouldn't have any issues. We are seeing a little bit of slowdown along I-35, especially around the Waltham area. So just looking at that travel time once again this morning, 15 minutes. So it's not going to slow you down too much as far as the congestion is concerned. And just looking outside with TransGuide, watching this area at 410 at Cherry Ridge, you can see traffic is getting heavier there. And then also we are looking at 410 and Austin Highway, and that's moving along quite nicely. The roads are drying out, and Paul's got your forecast. Hey, Paul.
All right, let's take a look, Stacia. We've got some clouds out there now, but we're going to clear it out. Temperature 57, winds out of the north at 9 miles per hour. Roadways are drying out from the earlier thunderstorms at around 1, 2 o'clock this morning. We've got one thunderstorm pretty much left over in the viewing area, and this is the southern portions of Gonzales County, northern DeWitt County, moving very rapidly off to the east at about 40 miles per hour or so. I'm tracking it. Should arrive in Yoakum at about 7:10, so somewhere between 7:10. These thunderstorms again moving very fast. Nothing severe, but definitely some thunder and some lightning with this thunderstorm as it moves through. All right, so we're drying out here in Bexar County, but we do see the lightning strikes. Notice the lightning strikes. We've got about 84 now, so it's picking up. There in Gonzales County, and again moving off to the east. Yoakum, you'll have some rumbles of thunder here very, very shortly if you don't already. All right, so the upper level system rapidly moving off towards the east and will continue to move in that direction. The real main part of the system was kind of far to the north, so we didn't have a whole lot of thunderstorm activity. We did have some. We had one report of severe weather out around Del Rio around midnight, quarter-size hail. Also had a wind gust to 60 miles per hour at Blanco County, and also we did have a little bit of some small hail in Helotes about 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't see any other storm systems headed our way anytime soon, so it looks like pretty nice weather as we head into the tomorrow time frame. All right, so for today, temperatures in the 50s now. Need a light jacket. As we head through the day, temperatures will warm up into the lower 70s. Lots of sunshine. Good looking day today. Upper 60s up in the hill country. Tomorrow morning, though, with clear skies, light winds, it is going to really cool off. We'll see those low temperatures down in the 40s, 30s in the hill country tomorrow, but another nice day with highs in the 70s for your Friday. Let's fast forward to Saturday. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just skip through that. All right, take a look at the aquifer. Aquifer went down just a hair, 665.3. Oak is heavy, 10,000 grains per cubic meter. Mold is light, hackberry light, mulberry is also light. So your forecast for today, you're going to love it today. Lots of sunshine, high 72, maybe a little breezy. Tomorrow morning, chilly, low 45. Friday, high 73. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, maybe even mostly sunny. A good-looking Saturday, I think. Highs in the upper 70s. Cool frontal boundary is going to come in Sunday. Before the front arrives, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little drizzle. Lots of cloud cover for the first thing Sunday morning. So Easter sunrise services could be a little cloudy with some drizzle. Front pushes through. Partly cloudy rest of the day. Not a bad Sunday afternoon. Monday morning down to 48 again, and then high 73. Tuesday we cloud back up, and a 30% chance of showers and storms on Wednesday.
Yeah, today sounds like a good day to ride your bike or maybe take a walk with your dog.
Well, we have to have Sunday dry up pretty quick. We can't have the Easter Bunny getting wet.
That's right, that too. All right, so you know, in your health news this morning, adults over the age of 50 are apparently the group that typically is affected by colon cancer.
But in this morning's Real Men Wear Gowns, Jeremy Baker has the story of one man who lost his life to colon cancer before his 30th birthday.
Made a huge impact on my life as a man, how to be a fireman.
Lieutenant Logan Husing is talking about his friend and colleague Brent Bridges.
A very aggressive fireman, something that you don't see these days.
That aggressive fireman died after being diagnosed with aggressive colon cancer. He was told he had the disease in late 2014 when he was 28. He died in July of the following year.
We lost him because of nutrition. He had lost so much weight from all the chemo he had gotten. He had 10 rounds of chemo.
Took a lot of us by surprise and you know, kind of awoken us to how serious this kind of thing can be.
It turns out that colon cancer runs in their family. Brent's mother had it too.
When you have that kind of close relative that has had colon cancer, your chance for having colon cancer in your lifetime is increased by about 2 to 3-fold, so it's pretty significant.
He saved lives while he was living, but continues saving lives after death through the Brent Lewis Bridges Foundation, started by his family and fellow firefighters.
The idea originally was to kind of help people in the first responders community because of Brent's profession and just kind of keep it that, but it's not necessarily limited to that.
Brent kind of woke you up to, it doesn't matter how old you are, male or female, to get checked in any way you can for different kinds of screenings and stuff like that.
So get screened and make Brent proud. I'm Jeremy Baker for KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
And men and women, there is nothing to getting a colonoscopy. It is a painless thing that you need to have done at a minimum every 5 years. For more on men's health information, call 210-358-3045. You can also check your heart health on wearthegown.com. Once you're there, just click on Know Your Risk. We'll be right back.
More value, more flexibility, more choices, and you want them all right now. You got it during the Nissan Now event at iPack Nissan. We turn car buying upside down so you can buy a new Nissan now the best way, your way. New 2015 Nissan Sentras, just $13,995. New 2015 Nissan Altimas, only $17,995. And with over 1,000 vehicles available, you're sure to find the right one for you. No matter what vehicle you want. Remember, iPack Nissan has it, and we sell it for less.
If your teeth are loose or infected, you are sick and need treatment. Gum disease leads to heart disease, strokes, and diabetes. Call Dr. Robert L. Beck today to schedule your free examination and consultation now and get free dentures with extractions. 826-5487.
Lease a 2016 Lincoln MKX for $379 or get 0.9% APR for 60 months only at your Lincoln dealer.
Gilman Guy rule number 49. Safety, safety, safety. Oh, there it is. The how cool do I look.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What she doesn't see is how safe buying a car from Gilman can be. Blind spot warning, rear view camera, and side curtain airbags.
How do I look, Daddy?
Safe.
Come on, Dad. We'll take it from here.
During the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, lease a 2016 Honda CR-V for just $199 a month at Gilman Honda in San Antonio.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Attention! You can get free dentures with extractions. If your teeth are loose or infected, you are sick and need treatment. Call Dr. Robert L. Beck today to schedule your free examination and consultation now and get free dentures with extractions. 826-5487.
Well done is better than well said, and we get it done well at Red McCombs Toyota.
Hurry, take up to $5,000 off brand new Toyotas, $5,000 off. Or get a new 2016 Corolla with no payments for 90 days or drive for just $135 a month. At Red McCombs Toyota, you get a new 2016 Corolla, just $135 a month. $135 a month.
So hurry to Red McCombs Toyota on I-10 West at Callahan or
RedMcCombsToyota.com.
55 now. Look at some of your top stories this morning. A woman in police custody after shooting her boyfriend, according to police.
Yeah, they say that she said it was an accident, but Jenny Sunica tells us police aren't so sure.
Police are wrapping up the scene here, but whether this was really an accidental shooting remains to be seen right now. They say at this time they just don't know. What I can tell you is that the shooting happened shortly before 1 this morning at this house in the 100 block of Ansley Boulevard on the city's south side. Police say when they arrived, they found a 47-year-old man shot dead in his bedroom. The 42-year-old girlfriend claimed it was an accident. She's been taken in for questioning. No other details were given. Now, police have been collecting evidence here since about 1 this morning. I'm told they did recover the gun believed to be used in the shooting. No one else was inside the home at the time of the shooting. Whether or not the girlfriend will face any charges depends on the outcome of the investigation. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, taking a look at your traffic. Traffic is slow moving 410 westbound at Cherry Ridge. There's an accident over there at 410 and Military along the access road. Also picking up at I-35 at Walsham. So if you're heading out the door, be careful.
All right, outside this morning, we're drying out. We're going to clear up. We're going to see some sunshine even as early as this morning. Afternoon, sunshine, high 72, breezy, really a nice day. Friday, cold in the morning, 45, high 73. Saturday, not a bad day at all, partly cloudy skies. Sunday morning, could have a little drizzle first thing.
You know, the good thing about the rain and the wind, All the oak leaves ought to be down by now.
Oh,
and
man,
maybe some of the fuzzies.
And all that fuzzy stuff.
Right,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
If we're lucky.
Hey, we haven't all been together in a while. I miss you guys when you're not here.
Oh, we miss you too, Station. Thanks for being with us this morning, everybody. We'll see you bright and early.
It's We Deliver time at North Park Toyota of San Antonio. It's when we stay open late and post our lowest prices on over 800 vehicles. Buy now from the only dealer in Texas to earn Toyota's President's Cabinet Award 3 years in a row.
At FAMSA's income tax sale, you choose the deal you like. Cash your income tax check for free and receive a 10% discount on your next purchase. Or get a free TV with your furniture or mattress purchase of $15.99 or more. FAMSA